Hello guys, my name is FX and welcome to a game called Orwell. This is a game where it looks like you have to kind of like look after citizens. Like we just saw that introduction cutscene where a bomb, or what looks like a bomb, went off in like the city center, maybe of Orwell, or Orwell might be the software that we're going to use right now. I don't know why I can't speak today. It's just one of those things, isn't it? Sorry, I do apologize. Anyway, so we got glimpses of the fact that we caught that woman who had a criminal record who got on the bus, which all fingers are probably pointing at her as the culprit for the bomb. So I think it's going to be a game like that. I thought it was a hacking game, but I don't think it is. It's going to be a game where you probably have to look out for villains and criminals and things like that and hopefully prevent further catastrophes happening. But other than that, I don't know much about it. It's free on Origin Access, so if you like what you see today, you can go and check it out by paying £3.99 a month. So technically, it's probably not free, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, other than that, we've got a guy called Symes saying you're online looking good. So that being said, let's get started. Call me Symes. It might be Simmies, but for the sake of this argument, we're going to call him Symes. I will be your advisor on Orwell. Together, we will form both the first and the last line of defense against terrorism. Kind of what I said in the introduction. For this test phase, you are one of the first people to try out the Orwell system under real circumstances, selected from thousands of applicants from across the globe. Continue, eh? Normally, congratulations would be in order, but as you can see from the footage, there has been an incident. So let's get started. Hey, that's my line. Right. I've activated the reader tool for you, okie dokie. Its purpose is storing bookmarks to online websites and documents for easy access and to highlight when there is new information to be investigated. First, I want you to be informed of the situation. Our leading newspaper, the National Beholder, will bring you up to speed. Okie dokie. Artichoke. Let's have a look at the headlines then. So, before we go any further, I am going to point out now that mistakes will be made. So don't yell at me. When you try to make an entertaining video, all right, you're kind of concerned about what's coming out of your mouth rather than what's on screen at certain points. So there might be certain little bits here and there that you watching this will be able to see, because again, you're not blabbering on like a jackass, unless of course you are doing that while watching a video, in which case kudos, you can do two things at once. But unlike you, I can't do two things at once. I can barely breathe and form sentences at the same time. I'm amazed I've got this far. So yes, be forewarned, there will be things that I miss, but hopefully we'll get to where we need to be by the end of the day. So that being said, I'm going to continue. Feel free to browse the National Beholder. I've activated the profiler. Open the unknown person file once you're done. Okie dokie. Right, so I think I'm going to slow things down a little bit. It's not going to be erratic and all over the place as I normally do. I'm gonna quiet things down and slow things down and take our time with this. I can edit stuff out that isn't important or isn't interesting, but for the most of it, it's probably just gonna be long drawn out sections like this. So, home, the leading newspaper of the nation, fast, precise, honest. Bomb obliterates Freedom Memorial and kills 3. Right, we can click on that apparently. Bonton, explosion destroys the Freedom Memorial in Bonton. 3 people killed, 5 severely injured. Authorities receive strange letter. Okay. Negotiations in Filth failed. Pedestrians abort negotiations with opposition. Violent riots in Filth. Blaine encourages renewal. Don't know who Blaine is, but never mind. Movie shooting completed. Don't really care about that one. Right, so we'll click on this one because it's the most important thing to the case that I'm working on. At approximately 7:50 p.m. Do I need to write this stuff down or what? It might be an idea. Give me a sec. Pen and papier. So, 7:50 p.m. on Wednesday evening. Wednesday. I'm writing all this stuff down, but I won't remember it in the near future. An explosive device detonated at the Freedom Plaza in Bonton. According to official police reports, 3 people were killed and at least 5 bystanders were severely wounded. The Freedom Memorial was nearly completely destroyed. Police forces closed off the area immediately. Experts believe the attack was an act of terror, with police confirming that the explosive device was homemade and triggered from a short distance away using a cell phone signal. Police... She was on the cell phone, right? I think, if memory serves from the introduction video footage. Police reports also confirmed that several hours earlier, an anonymous letter containing the first 3 stanzas of the German folk song Dog Skaboobadoo. Sorry, I'm not German. I'm barely bloody English. The thoughts are free had reached local authorities. Prime Minister Blaine, that's who the guy was, right. Prime Minister Blaine immediately issued a public press statement firmly condemning the assault, and put the nation on high alert until the perpetrators have been brought to justice. JP. Okie dokie, artichoke. Okay, so I read that. I clicked on that, and it just talks about negotiations, I guess. And I'm not really bothered about this. I don't really think, because I don't think it's got anything to do with that. It might just be. Although I don't know. I don't know what kind of a game this is. And we can click on. Oh, we can't click on that. But if you want to find love, go on singular, whatever the hell that was called. Right. So, feel free to browse the National Beholder, which is what I've done. I've activated the profiler, okay? Open the unknown person file once you're done. That'll be you then, wouldn't it, I guess? Right, okay. So, is this the person we need to find? The profiler holds all known information on those we investigate. The file you have opened is for our main suspect. Right. The blue-haired woman that the CCTV footage shows before the assault is no stranger to the police. Take a look at the arrest record. How does one do that? Hello, here we go. Right, you. Okay, so this is the blue-haired woman in question. The highlighted elements in the record are pieces of data that are able to be extracted. We call these elements data chunks. Right. Hovering over data chunks will reveal their relevance to the case and any connections or information it may influence. Drag and drop all data chunks from the police database to a profile to upload them to our servers. Right. So, you. Maybe? Did that work? I don't think it did. Right. Okay. Arrest date, July 10th. Let's just go through this first and then we'll figure it out. So, July 10th, 2016, assault on a police officer. Duncan Lloyd is the arresting officer, and it happened in Bunton, which is where the memorial statue was. Right. So, the suspect was arrested on site after Officer Franklin had been struck by an unknown object and became unresponsive. The protesters at the origin of the assault were forcibly moved, where the suspect was found kneeling and weeping on the ground. When asked to lay on the ground with her hands behind her back, the suspect cooperated immediately. Okay, so was she a rioter then? Okay, so that was the only thing that we can drag and drop, right? I think. Drag and drop all data chunks from the police database. Oh, hello. Okay, is that it? Okay, very good. Pictures and names are crucial information for Orwell to identify a person. There we go, nicely done. Information and documents can only become a data chunk when it can clearly be assigned to a target person. Add the reason for Miss Watergate's prior arrest that has just been unlocked. We need this info to progress. Right, okay, so she assaulted a police officer. Hello. Good! With the data you extracted from the police record, a new document can now be assessed. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you believe in coincidence? I don't know. Why? I do not. Finding data revealing where she attacked the police officer, and you will see what I mean. Okay. Okay, we've got a new little thingy over here, and by thingy I mean star. Is this woman a terrorist? Woman allegedly injured a police officer 2 weeks ago, remains in custody. Trial scheduled for August. Right. Hello. The incident occurred during a rampage at the Freedom Plaza as part of a demonstration. So we just drag and drop that, do we? Just like that? Okay, the exact same location as the assault. Then she turns up there right before the explosion. Surely not a coincidence. As you know, Miss Watergate is still running around freely. We should find out why. We should also gather more background information on her. I want to know who we're really dealing with. Okay, so she's an artist by profession. If that helps. There you go, occupation as an artist. Oh yes, one who does street art by blowing memorials into pieces by any chance. That was a sly dig, Symes. Great, you have found another document. Before we go on, let's clarify your job and how it affects mine, shall we? You have extracted all the info I already know about Miss Watergate. Okay. Starting now, I'm going into the case blind. The Orwell Ethical Codex dictates that investigators like yourself are the only ones allowed to access documents of targeted persons. Right. Advisors like me only get to see the data provided by the investigators. We will then draw conclusions and request action. Your primary job is to provide information you deem important. Never give away incorrect or misleading data. Balls. You may hit disable on a data chunk you do not want to pass on to Orwell. However, some data chunks might be necessary to progress on the case. Right, so we only have access to all this information. We need to debunk which information is important to Symes, and then we need to pass it on without giving him too much information of the wrong kind. That seems simple enough. I'm bloody turning this off right now. So we got a portfolio here of Cassandra's port. Okay, welcome to the port of Cassandra Watergate. Hi, I'm Cassie, a colourful inhabitant of Wonderland right behind the rainbow. Glad you found me. Alright, awesome. So we're looking for date of birth, we're looking for address, and we're looking for relationship. Basically, right? So she quit her full-day job to focus on her art career. She's got an account called the Cass92. And that's pretty much all we've got on this right now. Hello. Okay, we've got quite a fair bit. Right, okay. So, since this is the tutorial bit, can we still drag and drop this, or? Because that doesn't help anything, does it? That's not a redress, obviously. Yeah, alright, Dave. She quit her dull day job to focus on her art career, so maybe we can get ex-employers references and stuff for her on that? It's an idea. Interesting. We should find out what job that was. See something you like? Why, of course you do, because it's freaking awesome, isn't it? Leave a message. Right, so we can leave a message maybe, so that might be important information, but we might get told off. I don't know. Good! You found a chat handle. Yes! Awesome. Right. That will allow us to overhear any conversation on that account. Awesome sauce. The listener has now been unlocked. New conversations will appear whenever they are started. Awesome. That is amazeballs. Right, so let's see what else we can get then. So anything important will be in blue. So theoretically, we don't have to waste too much time reading all the unnecessary stuff. A Christmas present for my darling. Right, so this is a relationship thing. So let's drag and drop this and see what happens with that. She is in a relationship. So she has a cat, but I can't do anything with that. And we've got this as well. I was never sure about the title though. The Businessman's Forgotten Daughter. What importance that has to this, I have no idea, but we're going to give it a go. Because again, it's the tutorial. Daughter of entrepreneurs. Ah, that's what it's got to do with it. There you go. Now we're cooking with gas. So that's everything on this page, I do believe. So let's see what the listener has to offer, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, here we go. So, I presume I can stop this, or I presume it will stop, and I can kind of like scroll back and down. So, I think this is happening right now on this website thing. So she's got a credit card of this guy who is unknown right now. We've got 2 blue bits of information, data chunks that we can swap over to here and find out more about her. This is a very long conversation. I'm hoping it's going to finish soon so I can kind of do a summary of what's going on right now. But other than that, we're gonna let it play out, and then I'm going to come back to this in a second. Okay, so here we go. Hey you. Hey, Josie. Josie. Right, okay, we can't do anything with that, but we've got a guy called Josie or Jossie or whatever. I can't seem to find my credit card. I assume you took it, right? You got me, Sherlock. Right, I'm in the middle of buying all of Bonton with that platinum card I lifted from your desk. Let's try that. See what happens. Stole a credit card from unknown person. If you are able to find out who she was talking about, we could lock it from the owner. Okay, well, we have Josie or Jossie, so okay, maybe we obviously can't do anything with that, right? You can't stop me now. Well, luckily for you, I don't mind you going on a splurge as long as you pick up some wine for dinner. So it seems like she's cheating on her boyfriend with this guy. Oh, here we go. Okay, either that or this is her boyfriend. Anyway, right, so you can't stop me now. Okay, we've got that. Wine. What does Joseph Langley, my fearless attorney and all-bound badass, have in mind this time? Let's drag that over and see what happens. Okay, we got a document that was found. Wait, she stole a credit card off her lawyer? Really? Well, we should be able to track the credit card from this Langley down and lock it for him. Okay, ... Done. No, really, no need to thank me, Mr. Langley. Right, awesome. So, we've got more of a connection thing going on right now with this little tree of life thing going on. You now have a profiler for a related person. It can be assessed via the profiler. Okay, that's fine, but I want to continue with this. Data chunks will only appear for targeted persons and can only be extracted into the relevant profiles. Okay, artichoke, awesome. Right, so, probably just a business call from one of his favorite clients. Ah, yes, that is exactly what's going to happen. Very serious business, Cassandra. I thought as much. I guess I better pick up the shitloads of wine, blah, blah, blah. One bottle should be fine. She's a lightweight or whatever. I guess I shouldn't pick up some of those party poses from Big Pharma, aka my parents then. So is that what they do as a job? Possibly? Watergate, pharma entrepreneurs. That does ring a bell. There we go. Nice. We're connecting the dots, kids. Oh, come on. I was only teasing. Speaking of your parents, when are you going to tell them about us? Yeah, maybe, gotta go now. Text you later. Okay, so that's that session done. So let's go back on the reader. Let's go back over here. Let's click on this one because you are in this section. And then after that, we'll go on to the next one. Orwell informs me you just encountered conflicted data chunks. Oh, this is where it gets interesting. I knew it wasn't as easy as dragging and dropping, right? Whenever the content of two data chunks are at odds with one another, those will be shown as conflicted. When you extract one of the data chunks containing a conflict, the others will become invalid immediately. I'd highly recommend that you clarify the context of the conflict before you proceed, though this is your decision. Once the information has been passed, there is no way to reverse your choice. Yay! Okay, so, Bunton. The case that has been at the center of the media attention for the last month has finally come to an end. Cassandra W. Was acquitted of the alleged assault against a police officer before the trial took place, with the case being closed due to lack of evidence. Right, so do we want to drag and drop that yesterday? However, the case might be reopened should new evidence be discovered. The suspect's lawyer, Joseph Langley, pictured above, welcomed this outcome. Ah, she's sleeping with her attorney. At no point has there ever been any valid evidence that my client was guilty. No point at all. The revered defense attorney commented during a post-trial press gathering. The defense successfully brought video evidence depicting the incident in question, which eventually turned the tide of proceedings. Meanwhile, the relatives of the victim expressed their disappointment on hearing the result of the lawsuit. They openly voiced their concerns that the wealthy family of the accused might have influenced the outcome in her favor. The victim, a father of 2 young sons, was rushed into hospital after the incident in mid-July. Meanwhile, the relatives of the victim expressed their disappointment on hearing the result of the lawsuit. They openly voiced their concern that the wealthy family of the accused might have influenced the outcome in her favor. So it's got nothing to do with the evidence. It's got everything to do with this. The victim, a father of 2 young sons, was rushed into hospital after the incident in mid-July, where he is still in an induced coma, unresponsive to treatment. Right, okay. So, these are the 2 conflicts. It's not conflicting with anything else that we've got that I thought it was. It's conflicting with these 2. So, with the case being closed due to lack of evidence, but it might be reopened due to new evidence being discovered. But I think this is the one that we want, right? Parents resolved to illegal means to close the target person's criminal case. I'm going to go with that one. Did I get that right? Oh, now this is a severe accusation. I don't know if I did get it right. Based on this, we could take action against her parents if we had their names. Awesome. Maybe I got it right then. Right? Maybe? I don't know. Again, I'm going to get things wrong. It's inevitable. Bear with. Okay, so this is the website of the pharmaceutical company, which the parents own, right? So theoretically, we could get the names off this website, maybe? He says that. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. We got Bruno. Why is nothing lighting up? We've got the blooming names here. Here we go. That one. Awesome. Ah, now I see. Keeping it a family affair. Now we know her parents. We can begin investigating the corruption allegations. Good work. Thank you, Symes. We may as well bring this over as well, right? She's a junior COO. That's got to be important, right? I guess that way everything stays in the family. Yes, being an artist and a junior COO seems quite odd. She also mentioned she had quit a dull job, didn't she? Yes, she did indeed, sir. Yes, she did. Documents that you have already reviewed may be updated from time to time as events unfold. The reader will notify you when that happens. Okay, is that what just happened then? The National Beholder just published a new article. You may want to take a look and see if there's any new information available. Okay, right. Well, first of all, those were the only 2 things that were highlighted, right, as data chunks? Let's go to jobs and see what happens. We got an email address, but that doesn't really... Okay, it doesn't want that. All right, so let's go back over to the reader. Let's have a look at the... That's still that though, isn't it? Oh, here we go. Hello. Okay, let's drag that over. Or maybe I was wrong, and nothing stays in the family. Ouch. This is probably what she meant by quitting a job. Good! Right, awesome. Okay. Currently, I am thinking that our Miss Watergate underwent quite a radical change. Don't you agree? Let's find out what happened in between these two lives of hers. What may have caused this radical shift? Anything else? No. Okay, awesome. Right, so let's go on here, do the headlines, and then Cassandra's timeline. Okay, here we go. This is the timelines for Cassandra Watergate. Right, so we got a birthday. Awesome. Drag that over. Why don't we do that? And we have interests, which is something that was one of these tabs over here, I think, if memory serves. Artist, music, activism. What a lineup. Okay, so she left the job at the pharmaceutical place. We've got a guy called Jake, who's giving her a little bit of a dig. Okay, we'll drag and drop that one. Maybe. Why not? See what happens. Well, well, Miss Watergate. We weren't too fond of you either. Hello. Here we go. We've got a contradiction or whatever. Okay, nothing else is going. Mary, just shut your freaking mouth, okay? Broken relationship with Mary. Who the bloody hell's Mary? How sad. Okay. But again, don't know who Mary is, but never mind. Cassandra is in a relationship with Joseph Langley and not a member. Well, we kind of knew that anyway, right? Okay, now it's official now that we've actually got his name. I knew that from the beginning, mate. Like, why couldn't I drag that before? Never mind. With her lawyer? Might be noteworthy. You think? Okay, we got another profile picture. And I think that might be it for oh, hello. Maybe not. Maybe not. Cassandra shall be known to the world as Cassandra. I don't know if that's important, but we're going to do it anyway because she might have a nickname that maybe gets used. Oh, hello. An alias name. Yeah, that's what I meant, Dave. I knew it was important. An alias name. You know people on the web. So many names, so many identities. Too bloody right, lad. Too many usernames. It's always good to record every alias. Then we can match data chunks to target persons whenever they are using them. That's the spirit, kiddo. Now, I'd like to invite you to our little activist group. Hello. Hello, this could be a revolutionary. An activist group? Is there anything more specific? I don't know, lad. Let's just have a look. There's something that just popped up in the listener thing, which is what we're going to listen to in a minute. And there's something here. Okay, there's a okay, that's where the contradiction was, right? So they were friends, but not anymore. Okay, let's have a look at this then, shall we? Joseph is messaging her. Hey, did you hear about the Freedom Plaza bombing? Oh, please admit it. Please admit it. Yeah, don't remind me. You know I have a history with that place. Already effing me up enough that I have to catch a bus from there every day. Okay, so again, what we're going to do is we're going to wait till the end of the session, and then we're going to have a look at the data chunks and read what these guys actually say to each other. Okay, so here is the gist of it, I think, from gathering from what I've just read, is that she was obviously at the Plaza bombing, which puts her at the scene of the crime. She was a part of the Goldfells protest group thing that she got invited to in the previous website page thing that we looked at. And he said basically if you weren't there, then and she didn't get indicted, then they wouldn't have met. She's been called a terrorist apparently in the papers. He says obviously you're not a terrorist. She can't buy anything anymore with the bank card, the credit card thing, because we put a stop to that. And then he tells her that he's got a new client, or he's got an important person that he needs to meet, and she goes off the friggin' handle. He then says, are you taking medication, which is happy pills? And then from that point onwards, they kind of have a little bit of a fight. So, we now know that this was Joseph Langley in the previous conversation. So hopefully, theoretically, we've got a picture of him right now. So let's go back up here and drag this over because she was on medication. And then we're going to drag the other two further up the page. What's this? Methorin? Can you look that up for me, please? Okay, I will do that in a second, lads. So we'll scroll back up over here. And we'll go to this one and drag and drop this one because I think this correlates with the other thing that guy invited her to. An activist group called Thought. Interesting. Maybe this is what influenced her. And who is Godfellows? I don't know, mate. I guess we're going to find that out in the near future. We should find something that shows her current attitude and see if we're following the right person. Okay, don't worry about it. Leave it to me. Enough that I have to catch a bus from there every day. Right, so maybe it wasn't her then. Or maybe it was. I don't know. Meaning her presence there before the bombing could be coincidence after all. Yes, okay. I'll reserve my thoughts until you find more evidence. Okie dokie. Artichoke. Okay, back on the overview? Oh, George Orwell. This is the guy. Okay, so it was named after him. This is the creator of this system that I'm using right now then, I guess. Okay, there's a lot of stuff to read, man. That's just gone off again. Oh, hello. Hi there, woman. We found her. We found her. Awesome. We were there because we wanted a peaceful protest. We have always been against violence. Okay. We don't know where the conflict is yet, though. We got a new timeline. Let's have a look at this. Finally, someone had the grit and explosives to show how futile surveillance is. So that was obviously April the 13th. And this was when? September. Well, it's that one then, isn't it? I suspected as much. Seems we're looking at the right person. Okay, at least we're on the right track still. Looking at what you have extracted so far, we're dealing with a potentially dangerous personality. I will indicate that to law enforcement. Okay. Alright. What we found so far is all good and interesting, but I think we should be searching for something a little more concrete. We have to dig deeper. Okay, we've got another chat coming up. Who on earth is this? Okay, the music just kicked in, so that means that this is probably important. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for the session. As usual, I'm going to wait for the session to be closed, and I'm going to do a brief summary about it, and then we've got some contradictions here that we need to figure out, and then hopefully we can crack this case. It just starts about the posts on the timelines about the assault and stuff. And then this is where it comes, excuse me, and happens. So what happened there wasn't your fault. Cassie, you hurt that officer to save me, and you succeeded. You mustn't forget about that. That was so brave. How can it not have been my fault, Juliet? I smashed the freaking skull of a father of 2 children because I lost it. Oh, what? Who knows what would have happened if you hadn't have stopped him, and this is why you really should remove this post. So these contradict with each other, right? Yeah, okay. Right, it's got to be that one then, right? It's got to be that one. What? Where did that come from now? This is perfect. We can arrest her and open the investigation again. Yes! However, we probably won't be able to hold her for long if it really happened in defense of this Juliet. Balls. Okay, very good work. The intervention team is already on its way. We'll need to wait for confirmation. Next stop, Wonderland, right? Nah, dick. Just kidding. Next time, be careful with providing the wrong data, though, okay? Yeah, no, it's my first time. In Miss Watergate's case, it was not a problem to get her address with the help of local police due to her former record. Now what? Oh, hello. Oh, we've got a new one. We've got a new one. I thought about what you said. Maybe you're right. I should take the post down. It'll be better, believe me. Come on. She's typing. She's typing. Wait a second. Somebody's... Oh, hello. Someone's at the door. I'll be right back. Okay, I'll wait. I have a pound that says you're going to be waiting for a long time, love. By the way, how is your boyfriend? Oh, hello. You still together? You haven't been talking about him much at all lately. Well, not as much as before. We've already got that information though, right? Because I am that good, we've already got the information. Hello? Oh, she's been arrested. She's only gone and got herself arrested, love. I'll inquire if all went well with arresting Miss Watergate. You did a good job in any case. Thank you very much. Although we have no proof she is involved in a bombing, we might be able to question her. Despite acting in defense of this Juliet, she seems to be quite unstable and a threat. Okay, I just received confirmation that she is now in custody. Very good work indeed. I'm curious about this thought group though. Whether they... Oh god. No, no, no. Take a look at the news. Oh, really? There was 2 dead after second explosion. 2 dead. Similar approach, same letter found. So these assaults are connected. And as if it wasn't enough already, Miss Watergate was in custody at the time, so that's her out of the picture, at least for this attack. Ugh, this complicates matters massively. So much for our simple test case. I need to speak to my superiors to see how we proceed given these extenuating circumstances. You did good today. You can log off and get some rest by clicking the button on the top right of the desktop. Try and get some sleep. I have a feeling the next few days are going to be trying at best. Okay then. So, half an hour ago, an explosion occurred at the campus of Bonton University. According to latest reports, at least 2 people were killed, with a further 3 injured severely. The area was evacuated immediately. According to yet unconfirmed statements, the city administration office of Bonton received an anonymous letter just moments prior to the detonation, or minutes, whatever, which again contained the first 3 stanzas of the German folk song, exactly like the letter received before the assault of the Freedom Plaza yesterday. We will inform you, about any development of this event as soon as further details are available. Right, so I'm gonna log off and see what happens next. Yes, log out, please. Thank you very much. So, I am going to leave that one there. So, it looks like this is going to be the game, in essence. I thought it was going to be like one suspect, 1 case per day, but it looks like the whole bombing episode thing will be the whole game, and maybe, or at least a big chunk of the game. So, let me know what you thought about this game in the comments below. There's a lot of reading. I'm very aware of that. There's a lot of reading, and the gameplay is unlike anything else that I've really done on this channel, as of late anyway. So, yeah, I may or may not continue this at a later date because the rabbit hole is getting deeper, kids. And it'll be interesting to see kind of where the tree of suspects goes and branches out. As I've said, I don't know if this is going to be the full game or if this is just going to be like the first 5 days, say, and then you go into a different case after that. I really don't know. But as of right now, I'm going to leave that there. And that being said, thank you so much for watching. And I shall see you in the next video. Take it easy, guys. Bye-bye, yo.